Hello there. Hope you're excited for this one. So here it is, Bride of the Living Dummy. My first Goosebumps Series 2000 book, although this one is with the reissued cover from 2018. The fourth book in the Living Dummy saga, and a little different Slappy book. Yeah, I just got it. It was not exactly cheap, but I still got it. Now a major motion picture, Goosebumps, Bride of the Living Dummy, R.L. Stine, Scholastic. It's a match made in horror. When Slappy, the world's most evil ventriloquist dummy, shows up after being abandoned by his previous owner, things start to go wrong around the house. But this time, Slappy may have met his match. There's another bad doll who loves to make a mess of things. Everyone better watch out for this imperfect couple. So yeah, the story is about this teenage girl, I think it was teenage, girl called Jillian, who has these two younger siblings, both are 6 years old, Katie and Amanda. And for her, life is tough with them because they have this really big and also ugly doll called Mary Ellen. They always pretend like she has feelings, she can hear her, and she doesn't really like that doll too much. She is a part of the Zinman family, which is very interesting. This is also one of the books where the main character is not a ventriloquist, much like in Night of the Living Dummy 3. But yeah, one day they go to this act, which is performed by the amazing Jimmy O. James, who has this ventriloquist dummy, whom we all know, Slappy. Yeah. So Slappy is very special for him, that is. No, for me, Slappy has always been special to me, but for Jimmy, not so much. During the performance, Slappy yells insults at children, and even at Jimmy O. James himself, eventually breaking his feelings. And Katie and he was very rude to Katie and Amanda, and they did not really like being insulted by Slappy that much. But Mary Ellen liked him. They go home, but Slappy appears on the sofa in their living room. So she's wondering, how did this dummy get here? And that's when her best friend, wait, what was his name again? I forgot. Harrison got Slappy because Jimmy threw him away. Jimmy put Slappy back to sleep, probably by reading the magic words backwards. Karu, Marie, Odana, Loma, Malanu, Karano, reading them backwards, putting Slappy back to sleep. And yeah, that's how you put Slappy back to sleep. But Harrison took him anyway for himself because he wants to be a ventriloquist. And things go smoothly, but then not so much. Katie and Amanda are still doing this thing with Mary Ellen, pretending she is alive. And eventually at the dinner table, they have a conversation, and she pushes Mary Ellen's head in her spaghetti. Yeah, or macaroni it was. I can't remember exactly, but that happened. Now, while I did read the book, I much more remember the episode, which was from season 3, episode 16. But yeah, in the episode version, Jimmy gives Slappy to Jillian. And she doesn't really like him because he freaks her out, understandably. But her younger sister Katie has said that Mary Ellen is mad at her because she wants Slappy to sleep with them in the room. Slappy bites Jillian in the protest, And that's when weird things start happening. The next morning, they see Slappy by the mirror, and he wrote with red lipstick on the mirror, "I want my bride." And eventually, their mother's wedding ring goes missing, and she assumes that one of them took it. But when they don't want to confess that they didn't do it, she tells them to find it before she comes back. So yeah, weird things start happening. With Mary Ellen, of course, Katie is still like she is alive. She is though, but I'll tell that for later. So essentially, Jillian knows where Jimmy lives and tries to return the dummy to him. And Jimmy explains that Slappy is no ordinary dummy, that he is pure evil, and he is. And so, she asked him, "Couldn't you just destroy him?" And he explains, "You can't destroy the evil spirit within that dummy." And eventually when she opens the suitcase, their dog comes out. I forgot his name, but yeah, it was a dog. And she realizes that if Slappy is not here, he must be at the house. And he was. Constantly saying, "I want my bride." They head down to the basement because they are scared of Slappy, who is chasing them. Before this, he held Harrison hostage by locking him in the bathroom. But they hide in the basement, and they try to run by going out the window, but Katie can't because Mary Ellen won't let her. And when Jillian says, "I had enough of this stupid dumb doll," Mary Ellen responds, "Who you calling dumb? Ugly?" Then Katie explains that Mary Ellen was forcing her to do everything she wants, but if she didn't, she threatened to hurt her parents and them as well. And what Mary Ellen wants, Mary Ellen gets. Shut up, bitch, you talk too much. So yeah, she is in love because her potential groom-to-be gives us a jump scare. Slappy then goes down, and Mary Ellen makes a movement, but Slappy rejects her. In the book, he wanted to marry Jillian, but in the episode, he wanted to marry Katie, a literal child that whole time. Mary Ellen is obviously upset with Slappy, angry at him for this, and they go wrestling until Slappy activates Mr. Zinman's... What's that thing called again? Shit. Woodcutter. They both fall into it, splitting in half and everything else. Slappy's remains tries to grab Jillian, but falls down and dies. Mary Ellen is also destroyed in the process, and thank God. But eventually, Jimmy explains to Jillian that Slappy's body destruction does not exactly fully kill him, and how his spirit can still possess others. And then Jillian comes with a much better plan of how to get revenge on her sisters, Katie and Amanda. She opens her mouth wide open and pukes out green liquid all over them. Slappy himself did this at a kid's birthday party when Amanda and Harrison... oh my god. When Jillian and Harrison tried to perform an act for a children's birthday party, everything went well until Slappy spewed green liquid all over the kids. This is the first book to feature Slappy doing that. This power was previously used by Mr. Wood in the original Night of the Living Dummy book. Yeah, that's pretty much Bride of the Living Dummy. It was a good book, great book, I really do like it. It is my second favorite Slappy book after Night of the Living Dummy 3. But yeah, that was for this reaction. See you in 2023.